Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on October 30th. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We're taking a look out at Foggy Talent from the Camelot Theater. And we first want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Crest for a look at your Thursday. And Sarah, we just saw that weather cam and even behind you in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
How's that fog looking so far this morning? Well,
we're kind of seeing varying impacts in terms of visibility. So Talent, now we're looking at Phoenix, seeing some areas of fog. Visibility currently in Phoenix at about 3/4 of a mile. And then last half an hour, we're about 2 miles of visibility. So as you can tell, it's kind of varying throughout the morning and there still is time for it to change. So kind of pinpointing exactly where we are going to be seeing those areas of fog, it's a little bit tricky. So I would just plan for it, especially if you are into the Rogue Valley, even the Shasta Valley this morning. Montague has kind of been seeing those areas of visibility kind of vary as well. So just keep that in mind this morning. But besides that, today the morning is starting off a little bit chillier as well into the Rogue Valley. So we're into the 50s yesterday morning. Now we're into the 40s this morning. High temperatures will climb up. We'll be into the mid 60s again, maybe pushing into the upper 60s into a few areas. But we are going to be seeing a bit more clouds today, so that could help stifle some of those high temperatures from getting too warm or too very mild, we should say. But this morning it is rather chilly, especially areas east side. We're at 38 for Klamath Falls. Over into Christmas Valley, 18, 33 for Montague, 45 over into Medford, 51 along the coast. So all along the coast this morning definitely is feeling a bit chillier than yesterday. But here's a look at those high temperatures. Similar to where we were feeling earlier this week. Again, we're in store for another dry and very mild day. The difference is, though, we're going to be seeing partly to mostly cloudy sky conditions across the region today, and those winds are going to be very light across the region. Now, good news for you is that tomorrow is going to be dry. So Halloween plans, expect to keep them, especially if they are outside. Now, Saturday, that's when we're tracking out that rain. Mainly coastal, but it does look like that system could push in a little bit more and could even track some showers inland. So I'll have more details for you on your weekend and of course your Halloween coming up in your next forecast.
And in our top story this morning, Governor Tina Kotek has declared a food emergency as Oregon faces the expiration of SNAP benefits for hundreds of thousands of people. The move comes as the federal government shutdown enters its 30th day, impacting families in Oregon who rely on that help to put food on the table. The governor says Oregon won't wait on Washington, D.C., taking emergency action to keep food on shelves and help local food banks meet demand. But some say the response came too late. Under a new executive order, Governor Kotek declared a 60-day food security emergency, directing $5 million to Oregon food banks. The money will help supply food while SNAP benefits remain frozen. State Senator Christine Drazen, who has recently announced she's running for governor, says that Kotek should have acted sooner, while the governor says Oregon is stepping up as Congress stalls. And new this morning, the federal government is also impacting local projects and agencies that support our natural resources, including the Forest Service and Bureau of Land Management. As they are still waiting for funding to resume, federal officials say essential operations are continuing, but many research and restoration programs are temporarily delayed. Community members are being asked to report any environmental concerns until normal operations resume. And on to continuing coverage. The City of Grants Pass and Josephine County Commissioners and Pathways to Stability are discussing places to build a new homeless shelter in Grants Pass. But some parents are raising concerns for the homeless shelter. Newswatch 12's Daryl Green has been tracking these discussions.
As conversations surrounding a new homeless shelter in the city of Grants Pass continue, I spoke with a concerned mother who expressed clearly that while there is no perfect location, this one should be the last option.
Honestly, I've just been hoping and praying that it's a no. As a parent, I am very, like I said, concerned. I don't really have any trust.
Taylor Stedham's 6-year-old child attends Riverside Elementary School, a 6-minute walk from Pathways to Stability's proposed homeless shelter location on 1789 Southeast N Street. She cites a friend's current experiences as an additional reason for concern.
That the unmanaged one is by my friend, and the things that her and her kids have had to see are horrible. and I don't think a 24-hour managed would change that.
In a presentation to the Grants Pass School Board, Pathways to Stability addressed those concerns.
What kind of got me shifting my gears, I'm a father, and I believe that our children, number one priority is to protect our children.
The group went on to express that they were led to believe that they could secure the property.
Usually in other communities, it's the city that provides the property. The city identified the property, the city presented the property. And when we first started this, that was the original kind of handshake I had with the mayor. We met with the mayor back in February. He said, you get everyone together and we'll provide you the property.
There's been no update in regards to Pathways to Stability securing a location for a new homeless shelter. The proposed 1789 Southeast N Street location is county property, which must be approved for use by the Josephine County Board of Commissioners. However, those talks have not progressed.
Look, we're the target of, the county's going to do something. No, we're not. We haven't done anything but listen to the people. When an idea came up, that's what it was, an idea.
And on to Your Voice, Your Vote coverage. As the special election is just right around the corner, Rogue River residents will be voting on Measure 15239, which is a 5-year local option tax for general fire safety operations for Jackson County Fire District 1. Now, according to the fire district, if the levy is approved, it will be implemented as an 80 cents per $1,000 of assessed value levy starting in July of 2026. The new levy will replace the current levy of 50 cents, which is set to expire on June 30th of 2026, which is a 30 cents increase. The new levy would maintain current services and fund equipment replacements, and without it, service reductions would occur, leading to longer response times. And we're also continuing to follow the Creekside Quarter project as ballots are due in just 5 days. And now we're seeing some public pushback on the measure that would fund it. Take a look at this sign posted on South Central Avenue. Now, we've told you about the widespread advertisement in favor of Measure 15238, but this is the first ad we've seen opposing that measure. Newswatch 12 has reached out for more information, and a closer look at this measure and the Creekside Quarter project can be found on our website at kdrv.com. And the Wairika Union High School is reporting mountain lion activity, and the school district released a statement on Facebook advising students, staff, and community members to avoid walking in the area after dusk and report any sightings to the school or police. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife and Wairika Police are aware of the situation and are working to deter the mountain lion's presence. And the city of Medford celebrated their newest private-public partnership, a new cell tower that will not just benefit communication, but public safety. Now, this new public service tower replaces failing infrastructure that caused major gaps between emergency communications and the community's needs. The tower was made possible through a public-private partnership, meaning taxpayers in the community didn't have to pay a single cent.
Brave men and women of the first responder community of Medford suit up every day, risk their lives to keep us safe. The least we could do was work hard to give them reliable communications they need to do their job.
Reliability, and first of all, it's reliability for the public, for the citizens. Now we're gonna boost and increase their ability to reach 911.
The partnership is between the City of Medford, first responders, PSTC, and AT&T FirstNet, allowing the largest spectrum bandwidth for both wireless coverage and first response. The tower is already fully operational. And moving to a traffic alert on Halloween from 5 to 9 p.m., Pacific Terrace will be closed from Errol Street to Van Ness Avenue. Now, this closure is being implemented for the safety of the children while they are out trick-or-treating. Now, the City of Klamath Falls is encouraging everyone to drive with caution on the side streets and throughout the community on Halloween for the safety of not just the children, but also their families. And for one Greenview 11-year-old, a love for cooking and a positive spirit are helping raise awareness about a very rare disease. And we had the opportunity to sit down with her, who has recently been honored at a national gala in Washington, D.C., to hear her inspiring story. Emma was recognized at the American Kidney Fund's Hope Affair a gala representing patients and families who inspired the kidney and rare disease communities. Now, Emma lives with cystinosis, a rare genetic condition that causes crystals to form in organs throughout the body. She takes medications multiple times a day and has been fed by a G-tube since she was 2 years old. But that hasn't stopped her from dreaming big, especially in the kitchen.
A lot of silver linings in my life and stuff. I have a best friend with cystinosis. I get to travel, do special things because of cystinosis. And I'm happy people know what it is now after watching this.
Emma hopes her story inspires others to see the bright side no matter what life brings their way.